you cannot but be spiritual. That's the essence of the journey in faith. If you are not spiritual, you are still a prey to the devil. Don't wait until Satan touches your loved ones before you know how to pray, because it will be painful. Listen, there is some level of difficulty, some level of wickedness in the spirit that a spiritual man must be. Because if not so, Satan will be wicked at you. The enemy is not the man you can see. Your real enemy are not flesh and blood. The Bible called them principalities. The Bible called them powers. The Bible called them rulers of darkness of this age. And then the Bible now called the highest hierarchy spiritual wickedness. You hear the name. You didn't hear the name very well. What is the name? What beg can you beg a wicked being to be pitiful? No, you didn't understand. The Bible didn't qualify that highest ranking with any name. The name is spiritual wickedness, and where they sit is not your name. Where they sit is in heavenly places. It takes men who by fellowship understood their place in Christ. It takes spirituality to advance beyond that spiritual wickedness, because their realm is in heavenly places. Those that can combat their darts must be those that also sit at the highest of heavens. That's why Jesus knew that spiritual wickedness hang in the heavens. That's why anyone that believes in him, he wants them to live on earth, but they have a ranking in the heavens. And that heaven, the Bible called that place far above principalities and power, far above dominion. And then you have the right to be there, and you are joking with your life. It means that what makes a man strong in the Lord and in the power of God's mind is the ability of that man to put how many hammer of God? All the hammer. It means you didn't offend the devil, he sends wild, naturally. Principality are the lowest level of spiritual ranking. Principality cannot be principality except it has inhabits a life. What makes for principality, sir, is that the power, these three, have gotten a man that they can live. So, the one we call principality is a man you know that have yielded himself to the devil. So the moment Satan have natural person he can abide in, that natural man become principalities. Powers are also men. Principalities, power, rather rulers of darkness of this world, they are men. They find human body to dwell in. Are you getting what I'm saying now? But in their operation, their hierarchy is what makes them differ. The only one among these that is above their spiritual wickedness. That's why the Bible called their location the high places. And you have these three to combat, and you cannot pray, you cannot fast. Church, they will have to drag you. Serve, they will have to drag you. Abba. It's that standing, you, as you put God's armor, you need to put it on so that you can stand. And another one is to withstand. That as believers, we must have the stature in the spirit to be able to stand, so that whatever the enemy sends, it is Odeshi. It cannot, we are standing against it. But at the same time, we should be able to move forward and enter their camp and destroy them. I don't know, maybe you understand what I'm saying now. A Christian is not perfect Christian. If only you do, is that they send arrow to you. You are standing. One day you may fall. The first thing that makes you both to stand and to withstand is what? So people that lives in the lie, though they bear Paul, they bear Stephen, their name is Silas, they are not standing and they cannot withstand. When you see what is happening in campus, especially campus fellowship, even God is doing like this every morning. You didn't understand? I wonder the confidence we have in our campus fellowship. Guys will camp sisters at home. The sisters are also church members. Some of the sisters are even executive. They will camp them, do nonsense. And in the morning, they will still come and preach righteousness. Holiness, are we well? When you finish preaching, the devil is saying, oh, more bravo. This one's strong. We use pulpit to insult one another. Did I have opportunity to pulpit? I will insult stylishly. And then we will now return. The one you know you are talking to, when you now close, you'll be the first to go and hug. God bless you, sister. God bless you. And that one too is hugging you. As he hug you, if you are privileged to have eyes at your kwage, you know kwage here. You will see that the moment you hug her, she will say, devil, idiot, me, they insult. Touch. And we want revival like before. We are still far. We have a lot. When guilt, shame, and condemnation come, Bro Amos, what guilt, shame, and condemnation is targeting is your confidence. The moment guilt come, or condemnation come, and you permit its entrance, you will realize that you cannot stand on authority again. What you are standing on now is mercy. When you are legislating in faith, there are things you must notice. What you must notice is that you must guard your confidence. There are many of us that have faith that can move mountains, but the ability to use that faith is our problem, because we still permit guilt. We have found out that most of the people that make name, that find their name into the heroes of faith in Hebrew level, most of them are not perfect men. They were men that only believed God and went out confidently. Listen, some of you, the reason why you may remain poor is your inability to be confident to do what God has put in your heart. One thing we must stand up for is confidence. Listen, some of you, the reason why you may feel that I am not the one God can do something for or do something with is because you have fallen one way or the other. Please, I come to tell you tonight, don't give up your confidence. You did it in the days of ignorance. And the Bible said the days of ignorance, what happened? God has overlooked. Not and be vain, because you may be anointed, you may carry God's presence, you may even be the call, but when courage is gone, result is gone. Fear not. SARS and Ma, you can do the will of God, but if you are not patient, you can lose the promise. My pain is that I always pray. Paul also said it. He said, I beat my body so that after I have preached the gospel, I myself will not be a castaway. It's possible. You are saved, but if you don't watch, you may lose the promise. When I started in my following Jesus, my tongue is only one tongue. One talega, ya, one talega. That's my tongue. I can't forget now. That's my tongue, man. No matter how powerful the atmosphere is, my tongue is one talega ya, one talega ya. Bishop, you are like we were there before. Some of you smile that you want to call your pastor. We were there. Some of you, when you have a dream and you are confused, you want to call your pastor. We were there. But we continue fervently in our Wantalega. Are you getting me now? We spoke Wantalega sometime 30 minutes. We spoke Talega one time 1 hour. And we did not know when our tongue began to change.